Roblox is a gigantic platform, which not only has a ton of players, but also has a ton of different games which those players get to play. And I, as a beginner developer, want to create more games for people to enjoy. But this time it's completely different, because the game I'll be making is a game that doesn't exist. As you probably already understand, the idea comes from this video made by Wi-Fi's called Searching for a World That Doesn't Exist, currently the most popular Minecraft ARG out there. It was even featured on latest Minecraft Live. And since April Fools is a thing and I really like April Fools, I thought, why not make a game that doesn't exist? Surprisingly, it seems no one has made a game that doesn't exist before, so that means I can be the first one. It all started in early February when I got the idea, and later I would write a document with short descriptions and ideas on what the game should have. And just like any other game, it all begins with a base plate and your imagination. In my case, though, the first thing I created is this huge grass platform. I could have left it as just plastic, but that felt boring. Having a leafy grass texture was nice, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But mixing plastic and grass actually looks better in my opinion. And yes, I made the platform even bigger. This is the area you will have to walk around on. And now lighting. I did have a bit of it set up already because working with default lighting Roblox gives you is a painful to me. The plan is to have fog as well as semi-colorful lighting for the main area. Lighting is fun to play with, I can tell you that. At least when you understand what does what. If contrast is on -1, everything becomes gray. If it goes even lower, everything will become inverted colors. Even your studio controls get affected by this, which I find a bit weird in a way. Anyway, let's stop fooling around and actually do work. I built these stairs which go pretty high up. And as I usually do, I forgot to anchor them, so I guess no more stairs for you. And I recommend to not get hit by flying stair parts because you might not make it back. Small fix, and now they are walkable. Since the idea is based off of a Minecraft ARG, there is one thing I felt like I had to add: the Farlands. A very cool terrain generation bug that happened in beta versions of Minecraft. And I tried to create something similar to it. You can even walk in them, and we'll come back to the Farlands a bit later. The ARG has one thing that is very popular about it: King in yellow, and the gate, which is what was shown during Minecraft Live too. And you know what? I decided to create that gate too. It's more simple, but also more fitting Roblox, I guess, and I even had the idea of the lighting change when you enter it, although I did have to scrap that later. The goal is to build more different things and structures and whatnot. Like this maze, for example. Or I guess never mind, no more maze. I decided to build a bigger version of the staircases for something you'll see later, and all of this falling does look satisfying even though it's a bit laggy. So while doing all of that in studio, I also made a group with this very cool name. And when creating group, I was confused by cover photo, because I've never seen anything like it before. And turns out it's a new feature, and having Farlands like this does look really cool. Actually, a nice update. But anyway, besides having the game under this group, I also had a friend called Kai help me. This guy does scripting, something that I could never do myself. And he created this structure generating system for me, and you'll see what I will use it for a bit later in the video. He was also the one to code a lighting changing system for me that I can use anywhere I want. So this structure generating system picks one of the structures from a folder and spawns them. Right now picks new ones every 5 to 10 seconds for testing. And it doesn't matter how big the structure is either. Like here I got Obby and Classic House, which both spawn and despawn with no problems at all. And I just noticed I forgot to anchor the roof of this tower. I don't know why that is always a problem for me. Structures aside, let's get into something even more fun. Other dimensions. So you remember how the thumbnail looked like for this ARG video, right? Well, I decided to create a dimension that uses a similar idea. In this case, I got these kind of like blocky worms which you can walk on. And with the lighting system Kai made for me, I made one for this dimension. Definitely looks better, right? And there is more than one dimension like this islands one which looks happy and bright, but watch what happens if you fall down. Now it's no longer happy and bright. The teleport system was also made by Kai. This guy keeps this game together. And you might wonder, How do you get out of a dimension? It's pretty simple, just fall into the void most of time. Not all are like this though, remember the maze? I gave it a slight update, so now you can't see anything and eventually you will find a portal here which teleports you to a bigger maze. And the big maze has a teleporter back, but I'm lazy to find it, so good luck, whoever gets into this one. There is also this dimension which uses the same idea for exit. Otherwise, most of the dimensions have simple escape. This Menger Sponge one, the bridge dimension, and so on. Here's a dimension I personally like. The glitch land. Everything here is corrupted, the sky, the ground, and especially your avatar. If you fall down, you get to see some things before being back to spawn. And if you wonder how your avatar is breaking apart in it, it's actually a Roblox vanilla thing. It's called floating point, or null zone, whatever you prefer. When far enough, everything begins to slowly break, and at one point the game just stops function completely. Well, that is fun, right? And one more thing about dimensions. Besides the ARG video, I also took some inspiration from a Minecraft mod called Wonderland. This one, besides being horror-themed, is all about traveling to other dimensions which sometimes make no sense like mine. And you might wonder, why even travel to these dimensions? Well, there is a reason. We added a few items to the game, such as cheeseburger and key, and the items are only found in other dimensions. But a small warning, the items disappear if you rejoin or reset your character. So back to structures. There is a lot of them for you to find. Some of them will send you to the dimensions I just talked about, and some have other tricks. See this tree? Looks normal, right? Well, if you get too close, this happens. This is like the stupidest thing I've made on Roblox so far, but I'm sure you'll like getting jump scared by the chicken. Wait, I didn't add this structure. I think the game is trying to tell you something. Anyway, remember the king in Yellow Gate I showed earlier? I have worked on it a bit more, so if you try to approach it from any other side, you get teleported here with this little paper that says something. But there is one thing missing still, badges. I have made quite a few badges for this game, which I guess is one of the goals for you if you want to play this game. And fun fact, only first few badges are free. Later you need to spend 100 Robux per badge, so this game technically has a budget, I guess. And once again, Kai comes in clutch because he made a badge claiming system. But I think we're forgetting one thing. This cannot be a Roblox game if it doesn't have any sort of pay-to-win aspect to it. So I introduce you to the Nothing Game Pass, which literally gives you nothing for just 999 Robux. This is definitely improving the game. But a Game Pass is not enough, so now you got private servers for 13 Robux. But it's still not enough, so here's a developer product for you. For 5 Robux, you can spawn bricks which duplicate every time you spawn them. So technically, if you find this thing, you can crash a server with Robux. Now this is enough of pay to win to at least consider this a Roblox game. We're basically at the finish line now. Everything works and everything exists besides the game, of course. We even did a stress test with structure spawning, which was pretty fun. But at this point, it's ready to be published to Roblox. I tried running out, found a ball, and then another one, and then another one. A bit later, I managed to get into Glitchland, and after that, some basic structures again. Didn't have much luck this time, I guess. I did end up fixing a few things when testing in the actual game, but those were super easy fixes. Now at the very end, I added description to the game and a few thumbnails which are just images from the game but with slight editing because why not? But most importantly, the game has an icon which honestly turned out to be even better than I expected originally, which again takes inspiration from the video with what the terrain looks like and stuff. And about the ARG video, a part 2 of it came out while I've been finishing up the game, and this feels like a crazy timing for me. And of course, if you want to play this game, I will leave a link both in description and in the pinned comment. This, despite being an April Fool's joke project, has been a pretty fun game to work on. It's just mostly about me creating whatever I want, have fun with building, lighting, and you know. So I hope you have or had a fun April Fool's Day, and maybe this game will make it a bit better. The game that doesn't exist. Anyway, Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I will be making a Q&A video once the channel hits 25,000 subscribers, and we're getting close to it. You can watch one of these videos while waiting for a new one. They are good too. Join my Discord server or play our games with links in description, and I will see you soon.